Yo, guys, what's up? Rover and also Kurt Magoo Sports here. Again, want to give a shout out. Eric Morris. I couldn't be happier for Eric. Zach Kitley, too. Two Texas Tech guys. The Tech guys are killing the game right now, throwing for a lot of yards. Cliff Kingsbury killing the game. Mahomes, Davis Webb. Davis Webb's in that mix, too. That was a special quarterback room. But anyway, listen, you also got, all right, who you got on the move is Brian Kelly down to Louisiana. Doing a Southern accent is fun to do. It's fun to do from time to time, isn't it? Fun to do. Oh, yeah. Get $10. Anyway, it's fun. Go into laps. You can go Northern. You can go Southern at times, but anyway, he's getting mocked over it. It's tough. Luke Fickell, I believe Oklahoma's doing the right thing. I think OU's sitting on Fickell, and if I were Oklahoma, I'd be doing that too. What's one recruiting class cycle going to do? The signing period needs to be moved back. It's disgraceful. Even though it helps out the student athlete, I guess the game's for the student athlete. The current athlete that's in college right now is not benefiting from it because the coach has to make a decision because of the damn early signing period. When you have all of April and May, you're doing nothing. You put it into February and you return the old signing period, so then everybody coaches out their season, and then you begin the cycle of then. You can even institute, there's a trade deadline also. What you could do is institute. You can institute something where coaches cannot be poached until after the national championship game. That would really help out matters a tremendous amount, if coaches, if we could start doing that thing. So, anyway, guys, listen, Brian Kelly, how he's going to do at LSU, I don't think it's going to go very well. I don't think he's going to recruit that well. I don't think his offenses are that eccentric in terms of really highlighting the wide receiver. He missed out on Tommy Reese out there. And is he going to be able to recruit elite-level corners and wide receivers, have the swag to go down to LSU and still ball out? That remains to be seen. I don't think it's going to happen. Les Miles had all the charisma. Orgeron had charisma. Jimbo and Saban. Saban is real. Definitely a character. Brian Kelly, he's going to have to imitate kind of Nick Saban. He's coming to the Bayou. He's definitely the villain. It's great for college football. But again, I'm excited about Freeman and Reese. Again, Freeman is stepping up, and there's a lot of pressure for him. He's been considered the home run, gem, the golden child of college football. I've liked Freeman ever since he was at Cincinnati. A lot of people now are saying Freeman's going to take Notre Dame to a national championship. And in fairness to Brian Kelly, you can't argue that the guy took Notre Dame you can't argue that Brian Kelly took the Notre Dame program to incredible heights during his tenure at Notre Dame. They were on the doorstep of winning in the playoffs. Maybe not the doorstep, maybe the outer lawn. But anyway, they got to the playoffs, and they were able to still have like 10 or 11 win seasons. So Marcus, I'm excited about Tommy Reese too, reading on him and all of his studying and him being a ball boy for the Cleveland Browns and his whole upbringing, California, out to Illinois, then the Notre Dame. Tommy Reese is also going to be exciting. He's probably going to be a head coach in 5 years if this Freeman thing goes really well for Tommy and Freeman. I like that the band stays together. It is really fun. It's a contrast. They stayed loyal to the cause, and that's nice to see. But at the same time, it's also a college football problem because you also have this early signing period, which is really, really messing things up. Again, I think Oklahoma's doing it right. They have Bob Stoops on the recruiting trail. You keep Luke Fickell. You really stay loyal to Luke, and you don't bother him until the season is over. And again, what are you going to miss? A couple of recruits in one class. If you hire Fickell to an 8-year deal, you in a dream world, you want Luke Fickell for a decade. You're not going to worry about one recruiting class. And then with the transfer portal anyway, Luke Fickell Fickell can kill it. So this whole thing makes total sense for Oklahoma to wait because Fickell is the crown gem of this class. Fickell will build OU's defense back to where it should be. I mean, Oklahoma, if they're going to win, you got to have really good defense. You also look at the offense of Cincinnati's plenty innovative, plenty exciting with Desmond Ridder and their running game. I think Oklahoma's doing this really right. Joe Castiglione in Oklahoma. I like the Porter Moser hire for basketball, and I also like how Luke Fickell is kind of staying in the mix here. Again, Brian Kelly at LSU, is he going to win national championships? He has all the pressure, and again, when things go south, that could be a pun, I guess. So the thing is with Brian Kelly, too, is that, you know, some people, I guess, could see through the charade that he's trying too hard. He's not really being he's not really being his authentic self. If he can learn to laugh at himself in the Southern accent, it could be really funny. It's great for college football, but in the same sense, it's it's going to be interesting down in Baton Rouge. He's certainly the villain. He's getting destroyed so far over, I guess, the way that he left the Notre Dame kids. And by the way, the Notre Dame thing is that somebody also recorded it, leaked, a private, intimate discussion with Brian Kelly. So I don't really know how I feel about that. The Brian Kelly thing's really tough. I'd love to say in that situation that I wouldn't do the same thing, and I don't think that I would. Because here's the thing, right? If a school really cares about you, all right, and it's going to be a mutual relationship, just like Oklahoma, if I'm Brian Kelly, I want to see that LSU is going to wait and be patient until my team is finished their season. I want to see about the patience there, all right? But again, the NCAA with the early signing period, by not instituting a rule, which I believe would help the student athlete and coaches, if we could slow the process down until after the season, that's the way that it should go. After the season, you slow everything down. So again, do I think Brian Kelly's going to be that great at LSU? Probably not, but that remains to be seen.